Hi, Tom here at E-Tek Training. Today we're going to be looking at a common problem people might have with their SQL Server, and that is their log file grows a little bit too big for the disk space that they have. So one of the things that we want to do is move that log file off to another disk. And this will also, besides giving us a little bit more space, it could also give us better performance by having the log file on a separate disk than our data files. So I've created a demo database here called E-Tek Demo, and what I'm going to do is show you how to move the log files from the C drive where they are now to the E drive or the other drive that you have in your computer. So what I'm going to do first is just look at the properties of the E-Tek Demo database, and you can see here under the properties, when I look at the files, I have both a data file and a log file. It lists the location, which is the default location on my computer, which is C, program file, SQL Server, so on, so on, so on. All right, it's called E-Tek Demo _log.ldf, and what I'm going to need to do is move that to another disk. I have another physical disk in my system. All right, so if I open up my my computer here, you can see that I have a drive called main. It's the E drive. I've made a folder here for this demo to show you how to move it to a different location. So what I'm going to need to do in order to do this, I just can't just change this file location. I just can't go in here and say, all right, just use something different. I'm going to actually have to deattach the database and move the log file physically from one drive to another and then reattach, which is actually a very easy process. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the E-Tek Demo database, go to Tasks, and say Deattach. Okay, when I click the OK button, my database actually will disappear. It's no longer attached to this instance of SQL Server. Now I can actually come in to my C drive, go to Program Files, Microsoft SQL Server, go to the folder where my data files are being kept, and there is that log file that I had for the E-Tek Demo database. Now at this point in time, I'm just going to simply right click. You can say cut or copy. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to go to my E drive, that SQL Server demo data folder, and I'm going to put it in this log file folder I've created for it. So I'm just going to say right click, paste. It's actually a very small log file, so it'll move over very, very quickly. Now what I'm going to do, now that I've moved the file, is go back into SQL Server, right click on databases, and say attach. Okay, now I'm going to add first the data file, which is in the same location it's actually been in all along. Okay, and there's my E-Tek Demo main data file. All right, that's MDF. I'm going to say OK, and then it says, well, log file, wait a minute, it's not in that location, that default location. Notice it says the message not found. So I'm going to click this little button here, and I'm going to go to my E drive. I'm going to open up that SQL demo folder, go to the log file folder, and there is my log file. So I'll say OK, OK. Now I've reattached the database, and the location of the log file has changed. So when I look at the files here, I can see there's the new location of the log file. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do a maintenance plan in order to make sure that my log file doesn't grow too big by backing it up and truncating it every night. Thank you.